Hi, I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And we're the insiders. So Scott, end of the year, winners and losers. What do you think? Who are the winners? Let's ask you, who is the winner that you identified for this past year?
Well, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to pick a Democrat. I'm going to say Mayor Tom Barrett. Just when things are getting really, really tough in Milwaukee between crime and learning loss and all sorts of other things, he gets the golden ticket out of the city to go be an ambassador to Luxembourg. I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who is so lucky in 2021 as Tom Barrett.
And I think it's lucky for us. I think he'll be a good diplomat and do a good job as ambassador. That's a good one. My winner would be Governor Evers. I think with the federal money that came in nationally this year, he's really had an opportunity to put his imprint onto Wisconsin policy objectives. I think it was, you could see after the Republicans just refused to negotiate with him in a budget, that it was not, in both budgets, it was not going to be something where he would, despite his strong efforts to reach out and being a moderate, they were just not going to let him do that. But what happened was the federal money came in and that allowed him to do great things. And I think it was really positive. It was remarkable the number of positive initiatives that they were able to do, which would not have happened without the federal money. And I think that was, again, if you want to say some element of luck, it was very fortunate for him to have that and then to be able to put out his policy objectives. So Scott, how about losers? Who did you see as a loser for last year or this year?
Sadly, I'm going to say the loser for last year was Wisconsin's students. The last 2 years have been really, really rough on kids, and learning loss has been dramatic. And even though all sorts of money is now being thrown at the schools, it's not getting to help the kids. It's being used to help the adults. It's being used to help the system survive. It's not going to help the kids deal with mental health struggles or to catch up in reading or catch up in math. And that's just really unfortunate. And those kids will pay for the mistakes that were made during this whole COVID crisis with regards to their education for a long, long time.
I agree with you that I think that the pandemic has been most impactful on kids in school, and it's a really tough thing. And some of it was absolutely unavoidable. And I think that it's one of those things that, we're just not going to be able to get back. But I do think that we will have good positive things happening going forward. And I sure hope that that's the case. The loser that I would have, and this is definitely an insider pick, I'm concerned about the future of our democracy, and I think the Wisconsin Supreme Court is a huge loser because they have really, I think, destroyed their credibility with the very people who follow them the most closely. I talked with a lot of attorneys, and they are surprised at the partisanship which has more than seeped in, but become kind of a dominant force. And if the discussions I'm having with attorneys is at all reflective of where, and it oftentimes is, of the respect that ultimately the court will receive, I think that they've hurt themselves, and I'm afraid perhaps irreparably so. But the good thing is about Wisconsin and the United States, we're resilient, and hopefully we will move forward to better days. And I hope that that's true, whether it's the courts, whether it's the educational system, or anyone else. And congratulations to Mayor Barrett and his future endeavors in Luxembourg.
See you next week.